Hello everyone. So today we are going to see this question in the Hackerrank, that is Java list. So let us see what we have given here. So for this example, we have given two types of queries you can perform on the list. First one is insert y at index x and delete element at index x. So let us see the question here. So first is n, the size of the list. You can say that this here list elements are 5. Then we have a q. Here we can see with yes. So the first line contains integer n, initial number of elements in the list L. The second line contains n separated integers describing L. The third line contains an integer q, the number of queries, and the 2q subsequent line describe the queries, and each query is described over 2 lines. If the first line of the query contains string insert, then we have to insert. Then the second line contains two separated integer x and y, and the value y must be inserted into L at index x. Next one is delete. Then second line contains index x whose element must be deleted from L. So let us see here. So first we have given 5, then 5 elements are there, then this is the queue, then here we have insert. So what you have to do, at the position 5 at index 5 we have to insert 23. So here you can see 0 1 2 3 4. So here the indexing is from 1. So 1 2 3 4 5. So at the fifth position we have to insert 23, right? I think it is from 0 is indexing we have to consider from 0. So first condition, at the fifth index we have to insert 23. So 12 0 1 78 12, and at the end we have to insert 23. So this is the fifth index. Now we have to delete at the index 0. So what is there at index 0? 12. So we have to delete that. Then after that the list will be this. So this is our answer. So let us see how can we solve this. So here first of all I am using here Java 15. Now next thing, we have to take an input from user. So for that we will require scanner sn equal to new, then scanner system dot in, right? Then we have to take the n. So n equal to sn dot next int, that is a size of the elements. Then we have to create a array list. So how to create that? Array list of integer comma integer. No, we have to store only integer. So array list of integer al equals to new array list, right? Then we'll take here for loop for int I equals to 0 to I is less than n, then I plus plus. Then what we'll do, we'll take a number. So int num equal to sn dot next int, right? Then we have to store in the array list. So al dot add num. So this will be added into array list. So in the first line we have given n, right? Then n we have to take from input from user. Then we have to take n elements. So for that I have used here a for loop and num. So this will iterate 5 times. So we are taking 5 times the number, and we have to store the elements in the array list. So for that I have created array list, and we are adding in the elements into the array list, right? So this is done. Now next thing, we have to give on this query. So let us take int q equals to sn dot next int. So this q will be stored into this. Now 2q lines, subsequent 2q lines we have to take here. So again what we will do, we will take for int I equal to 0 to I is less than q, then I plus plus. Then first of all we will check whether we have to insert or delete. So for that what we will do, we will take here a string yes equals to sn dot next. This is a string. So we will check whether it is insert or delete. So here I will check if yes dot equals insert insert. If there is insert, then we have to take a 2 input from the user, that is index and element. So I will take here int x equals to sen dot next int, and next one is int y equals to sen dot next int, correct? So if this is an insert, we have to add this 23 at index 5 in the array list. So for that we have a method, that is array list dot add x comma y. This here we have to give the index, and here we have to give the element that we have to add that index. So I will use that method here. So what is the name of array list? Al dot add at what index? At x index. What we have to insert? Y we have to insert, right? Then next one is here, else part. If yes is not equal to insert, that means that is delete, right? So in the delete we have to take only this one, that is x, that is index, right? Where this is, yes, we have to take only one index. So I will take here int x equals to sen dot next int. So to remove at the index in the array list, you remove element at index x, we have method that is remove. So let us use that. So how to do that? Al dot remove at index x, right? So that will be removed. Then next thing what you have to do, we have to print the element in the array list. So for that, for loop int I equals to 0 to I is less than al dot size. This will give the length of the array list. Then I plus plus, and at the end system dot out dot print al dot get at position I. Then we have to give space and semicolon, and at the end we will do system dot out dot print ln. Now let us run the code and let us see whether we have written it correctly or not. Yes, sample test case 0 is passed successfully. Then submit the code. Let us see whether all the test cases are passed or not. Yes, all the test cases are passes. So I will again explain you how this is working. So first of all, we have to take the number of elements, the size of elements. So I have taken here intn. Then we have to take array list. We have to create an array list to store the elements. So for that I have created here. Then we have to take a n element from the user. So for that I have created here for loop. The next thing we have to give the query, that is how many queries are there. So take from the user. Then after that I have written here a for loop. Then after that we will check whether the string is insert or delete. If it is the insert, then we have to take the index and element that we have to add. So to add the element at index x, we are using the array list add method. Next one is if it is a delete, then we have to take only one input from the user, that is the index. Then we have to, if you want to remove the element at given index from the array list, we have a method called al.remove. Then we have to remove that. So this for loop will be run 2 times because here q is 2. So how it is depend on the q, the for loop iteration. Then after that we have to print the result, right? So for that we have used for loop and we are printing the result. So this is the way you can solve this question. So if you like this video, you can hit like button and subscribe to our channel.